Hello, chat. Cold open today. Welcome back to No Clip. Hi. This is gonna be just something a little different. I did this like 6 years ago, and it's been updated. So I figured we would take a look at some maps in video games. Yoshi had the idea, and I was like, you know what? Yes, the Yoshi, the dinosaur, the green dinosaur. And with the update, I figured there's probably some stuff I haven't seen, so let's jump in. This is basically a website that allows you to take the camera and shove it up your own video game maps. No, it's got a bunch of maps included. And you can just go around and you can look at stuff. So, some of these levels, some of these maps I've seen my whole life. And I'm going to try not to do too many repeat levels that I did in part 1 6 years ago. But that could happen. Oh, the sewers were not... Oh, they are, a little bit. There's really nothing down here, though. Just, like, the implication of sewer. Oh. This game had some of the best water. Now, I don't think every effect from the respective game consoles are, like, actually here, but... Yeah, because I don't know, maybe those coins are looking a little crusty. What's this? Oh, that's the airport. This is what the airport looks like from this far away. See, that's optimization. That's what that is. These days, they would put the full airport there. Same for Pianta Park. It's like, you know, low poly version because it's in the distance. Well, this one is, I think this is like one of the most familiar levels of all time, so I'm not really too bothered to spend too much time here, but it's kind of amazing how quickly everything loads. And runs pretty well, too. You can check if effects are there by changing the layers that are enabled. What do you mean exactly? Like... Oh, okay. No, the music will not reflect the game from here on out. Didn't I send you this a few years ago, but you told me that you already did it? That might be true. I remember every interaction and every email, and I want you to know, let that be your mind palace. Let a new wing open. But yeah, I guess I did this. Like I said, I looked it up. I remember having done this, but the reason I'm doing this again is because I was in the mood to do something wacky. And there's a bunch of new additions. So, Termina Field from Majora's Mask 3D. This is what the actual Termina looks like inside Clocktown, which is, like, not much. Because you don't ever really see it outside of this. I was going to check and see if there are any underground areas, but that, of course, would be generated separately. The problem with something like this is that it makes me want to replay Majora. Before you say do it, let me think about it. Like those guys. Okay. I'm checking. Can you see if there are secrets? Isn't this grass patch secretive? Or is it this one? Oh, one of them. It doesn't really, like, show the actual, like, holes that you could go down. But then there's also Termina Field Telescope. So, is this just more of Termina Field, but like... What's so different about this one? Oh, I know what's different about it. This whole area is not rendered. The holes are actors. You know what's funny? I know what you mean. I get it. That makes sense. I don't know how much more was actually... Maybe like a couple things, like up here. Maybe some roofs were modeled. Termina Field question mark. There's nothing there. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's the thing, man. I really like what Majora's Mask 3D looks like. I think they did a really good job with it. And some of those gameplay things, I didn't really have any issues with at the time, but in retrospect, I wouldn't want to play that version now. I'd want to play more closer to the original. But I really like the... There's a very specific type of lighting that the 3DS did really well that I don't see in a lot of things. And this has it. So, okay, hang on. Alright. We're here. I'm wondering about something. There's no one-to-one. Okay, not for Majora, but we can do that with Ocarina. So let's see. Kokiri Forest. In the 3DS version. Which, again, I think looks really nice. I think they did a very nice job capturing the essence. I still think this could just be upscaled and just thrown onto the Switch. Resident Evil Revelations on 3DS looks really good. Yeah, I actually played through that twice. I really like that game. It's a very forgotten Resident Evil game, and I like it a lot. Yeah. Those certainly are some big-ass textures. These in particular. But on a low-resolution TV, with a little bit of blur and all the CRT effects, it really didn't look so bad. Now, when you play the game and it's 20 FPS, it's you know, it's a little rough, but you get used to it. It's weird that you do, but you do. I guess this one, there's still a glow effect in the N64 version too, right? Someone said, I used to walk around this area as a kid because I didn't know where to go or how to play games. I saw there's a screenshot of someone with like 99 hours in Donkey Kong 64 and they had like 25%. Or something like that. 200 hours, yeah. It's just, they probably just like walking around. You don't... What more do you need? My favorite dungeon. When I go through this dungeon, or when I look at it, I think of my club cousin. And I know some of you do too. So the whole thing is normally like segmented into rooms. I don't know if it actually... I don't know how games work, but I don't know if all of these like rooms are stored like this, or if you're just like kind of like warping around from room to room. Is the prototype Zelda 64 maps in here too? Apparently they used to be and they're no longer here. Which is a little unfortunate. I hope that gets added back. Hang on. I played this on stream the other day, and it made me want to listen to it, so... Is this in here? It's not, Not in here. But we'll listen to this while we're in the puppy woman's house. The legendary puppy woman's house. Hmm. Fine looking feline. No, canine. Let me try over here. No? Weren't there more Ocarina of Time maps, or did I just lose my mind? I could swear there were more. Yes to both? Oh, cool. Oh, because there was a search button that was happening. I had the letter W in there. Let's see, we need to get to the Forest Temple. There we go. The quiet sadness that is Ocarina of Time's Forest Temple.
When I was younger, I used to play Ocarina of Time, and I loved this room. Me mates would come over, and I would show all of the room to mates to the mates.
Does that ever happen to anyone else? You find a really interesting video topic, and you're excited to check it out, you know, and it's like got a really cool title, thumbnail, maybe even the editing at first, and then you listen,
Hi everyone! My name is Clive!
or now it's OMG! Ocarina of Time had such a cool temple. Joe was telling me today that something really bizarre happened where he was just kind of like fixing stuff up around the studio, and he had autoplay on, and he was just watching stuff, and one of the videos was he you know could see it and he heard it, and it was Robert De Niro just talking about something, and then halfway through the interview he turned Australian. And he was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Why does Robert De Niro sound Australian? And it was AI. None of the videos on that dude's channel were real. And then he clicked another one, and it was De Niro's face, but Biden's voice was coming out of it. It was the weirdest. He was like, how do you turn this off the auto recommend? Like, get this away from me. You know, it's like, what the fuck? That needs to be, like Red Letter Media was saying, like, a check box that you can click. Because, like, again, it's one thing if you're actively seeking that stuff out, but if you're just watching, like, random videos about Ocarina of Time, Forest Temple, and its quiet solitude, and then, like, an Australian comes on. Could you imagine that? Australians being real? I know. No, I can't either. So then you go from one Zelda to another Zelda. Did this really look this yellow on GameCube? Holy fuck. Was it also this yellow on the Wii U version? Not on the Wii U version. The lighting is turned off. There is time of day, I guess. That seems to have something to do with it. I didn't know there was time of day inside a temple in Twilight Princess. I guess they're kind of, yeah, I guess that some might make sense. It's open a bit. This is a pretty bog standard dungeon for a Zelda game, but I like it. It does the job. there's a comfort in like just a good, solid Zelda dungeon that is monkey themed. I played this 2 weeks ago. Didn't look like this. There might be something wrong with the map. Yeah, I'm gonna just check something out. Forest, temple, TP. Yeah, I mean, the picture I found is greener. Definitely less blown out like a piss filter in Breaking Bad. I do want to check out, let's see the Goron Mines. Oh yeah, no, this is, the Twilight Princess stuff is, like, just broken in browser. Okay. Well, now we know. You can select layers. I mean, it's cool how much... Huh. That's cool. It's cool how much control you have over this. I feel like this is a really useful thing for someone who's designing their own games. Just like you can just study something real quick. But boy, is this one totally fucked. This is nighttime. Like, what is going on here? Let's take a look at Skyward Sword, which I might have done last time. I'm trying not to repeat too much. This looks better. Like, the lighting here definitely feels more correct. Disabled dynamic time. This doesn't even have it. That was only TP. Let me check, what was the name of the dungeon? The forest? Oh, this one, right? No, well, this is inside the tree. Sky view. Yeah, everything's kind of bright here. Vinny, I teach 3D modeling. I've shown this site to a handful of students as a teaching aid. The ancient cistern. This has a really good visual style. And yeah, once again, yeah, they're definitely blown out, like, in terms of lighting, like, pretty much across the board. But this is a great dungeon. It's also very laggy. Some cool effects that you can see up close, too. Okay, what else do we have here? So there's some non-Nintendo stuff that I'm interested in as well. Final Fantasy X, for example. This I'm really curious about. Ooh, that looks fucking awesome. Holy shit. Damn. And you can, like, zoom in. I mean, it loses some of the appeal when you zoom in, but it still looks pretty goddamn good. Like I said, Final Fantasy X is I've only played it once. It's a little bit of a blind spot for me. And yet, even just seeing this, I'm like, God damn, Final Fantasy X has some cool shit in it. It's like strikingly pretty. Chat, here they are. Where's Tinus? Also, the jump from Final Fantasy 9 to 10, just visually, insane. Like, actually fucking crazy. Because, I mean, there's still, like, a lot of, static backgrounds, but... yeah, it's nuts. Were there any pre-rendered backgrounds in Final Fantasy X, or was it all 3D modeled? There were a couple, right? I feel like there were... yeah, I had some memory of there being, like, a couple, but I couldn't tell you where they were. There's a place I really want to check out, and it's the Thunder Plains, or whatever they're fucking called. There's so much of this game I don't remember, and going through this now is not that much of a refresher, if I can be honest. Okay, that one doesn't work. Some of these aren't loading. You can press F in some of the Final Fantasy X maps for an Easter egg. I should press F because these aren't loading anymore. Reload the site if this happens. Come on. So close. Oh man, Thunder Plains. We're right there. We're right there. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, this brings back bad memories. It looks really fucking cool though. I want, like, I guess, I don't know what I want out of Final Fantasy anymore, but I think, to me, this is like a good mix. Like, 10 is an interesting kind of fusion of the past, like, 4 games. And it does something even a little bit different. I guess I just want that really weird, like, memorable shit. Like, 16 had some cool moments, but it was also... And I'm not just talking about the fights with the Titans or whatever. Or the whatever they were called. Huh! Yeah, that's a pretty good trick. This was done in a couple games. I forget which video I was watching about, like, certain games that did this. Like with mirrors and also water, but this is a fairly common trick. Mario 64 did this, yeah. Metal Gear Solid 1, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, man, if you press F, you get a battle screen. No way. I thought that was Waka. It's like, is Waka dead? These aren't cure-alls, are they? They are? It's just like effects. Like you can just play through like the whole story kind of like this. You just get like a little bit of a refresher on what's going on. Uh-oh. Truly the most fearsome foe. Oh god, final boss. We don't want to spoil for anyone. Maybe there's some people who never played Final Fantasy X that are going to tomorrow. Oh, there's also... Huh, you could just zoom in on effects too. They went all out with Final Fantasy X. This I definitely didn't see 6 years ago. I don't remember these guys. I wonder if Tidus is in any of these maps, though, at all. That was the Cid of Final Fantasy X? Yeah, this game is way more beautiful than I remembered. Not that I didn't think it was, I just didn't remember. Chocobo. Oh, this one's cool too. Oh, they even have NPCs moving around too. There's one line I remember from this game, aside from "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And the line is, "Stay away from the summoner!" That's it. I remember that one line. But man, the landscapes look so good. Alright, yeah, I could just, like, check out the Final Fantasy X maps for a while. Dragon Quest VIII is also here, which I have not played, but I really want to one day. And I like the way the game looks a lot. It certainly is Dragon Quest. Chad, I think it's gonna be remade. Puff puff. Whoa, where'd they go? No, no, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. No. I take that back. No puff puff. No puff puff. Well, this is weird. This is certainly going to be a strange game when I do play it. Am I getting spoiled? I won't check too much out, but I won't remember any of this anyway, don't worry. I love these gormless NPCs. Any Final Fantasy VIII? I don't think there's any Final Fantasy PlayStation at all, which is, you know, a shame, but considering those games are pre-rendered, aside from maybe the battle maps, I think that's pretty much the only thing they could do. Oh. I feel like I'm definitely spoiling. But But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing this at some point. GTA 3, Kingdom Hearts. Mono had a request, so I'm gonna check out Little States from Pilotwings. This was the first time I played anything even bordering on open world. And I used to fly around this map all the time, and I thought that these were the only cities in the United States. I'm joking, obviously, but... ...1996. It's the somewhat Empire State Building. No Chrysler Building. They also got the location. I'm sorry to do this, chat. I really am, but they kind of got the location wrong. You know, the Empire State Building is probably like here. Should be there and not there. I think this is the Verrazano Bridge, which would mean all of this is Staten Island. I don't know if that is the implication that's LaGuardia, but I think this is supposed to be the George Washington Bridge. Maybe? The George W. Now listen, DC. It's true, chat. I don't know if you knew this, but you can drive from New York to DC in 3 minutes, but you just have to drive through the forest because there's no connecting road. Sorry. A power plant, I guess. Florida, Cape Canaveral, yeah. That's where the shuttle launches from. Where's Baltimore? I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I guess fuck you, Baltimore. St. Louis, though. What's this supposed to be? It's not the Hoover Dam, it's just a dam. Some kind of dam. I don't know if there's a dam near St. Louis. The goddamn. Here's Chicago. Willis Tower, or Sears Tower, whatever. Chicago. I used to fly under these bridges in the gyrocopter and just try to not die. And I don't think I ever succeeded. And then there's a whole lot of no cities whatsoever. Like, Chicago's the last city for thousands of miles. Because Vegas would be here. But in this case, Vegas is a bush. Los Angeles. There's Hollywood. Is this Portland? I guess that's Portland. Oh no, San Fran. Oh, Golden Gate, yeah. Just location, I was like, oh, Seattle, so that must be Portland. But no, why would Portland be here? They wouldn't choose that over San Fran. Sorry, Portland. Screwed again. Kyle McLaughlin would be very upset about this. But Seattle's here. And then an observatory that I always was curious if it even existed. And then, as we all know, Mount Rushmore, starring Mario, who becomes Wario. This is I would say this is one of my favorite, like, game maps from, like, my childhood. The game is still fun. I played it a couple years ago, and I enjoyed it a lot. But just flying around here in 1996, like going from almost no 3D to this was cool. So, someone said we used to just exist in games. I mean, we still could, But yeah, I would just fly around and hang out and just like use the rocket pack and just like land on towers and just look around, just looking for stuff. The one thing I wish Pilotwings had, that if it was a more modern game now, would be like collectibles. Like here's something I always wanted, was like just hidden items in like here. Like you can get out of the gyrocopter, go in here and get a collectible. Now that's like a prereq, but at the time the reward was its own exploration. 900 hidden assholes, yeah. This is another cool map. I like to fly around. I had a Death Star trench run that I would do, which is like this. And then try not to die. I think I did, many years ago, I did Paper Mario 64 when I checked this out for the first time. But this is another N64 game that has a lot of style and aged really well. A lot of these areas still look pretty good when you boot up the game today. This one I've only played once. Thousand Year Door I've played several times, but this one only one time. It froze. This one's good to see maps from different angles. Yeah, I mean, it's also, this whole program, this whole thing, is a great way to see how, like, all the camera tricks, like, worked, and also how to optimize your game, and what polygons you just don't need. Pretty cool. Smash Brawl. Oh, there's one. Oh, shit. It's really, really bright. Oh, goddamn. Too bright. Ah! Looks like this one's a little bit broken. No Shadow Moses. There's one in particular I want to go to, which is Post-Apocalyptic Mario. Oh, this is a good one. This is really cool. Go all the way into the distance. What was cool about Smash Brothers and Brawl and Melee was when you weren't playing, you could just zone out and look at like the backgrounds and just like catch all the little details. It is a very varietous game visually. I don't know how to tell you this, chat, but these houses aren't real. Also, this is doing the Link Between Worlds trick of just, like, angling stuff so it looks better. That's a good one. Distant Planet. Once again, I think the lighting on pretty much all of these is somewhat fucked. You know what? You wouldn't know. You just wouldn't know. Because on the TV, on the telly, you wouldn't be able to tell, really. That's a really clever, like, really good way to get all that detail and not have it just be this giant resource hog of a map. I wonder if the F-Zero maps actually... they don't. But you can... And remember, this is on the Wii, which was not a very powerful console. I mean, there's not that much detail here, but still, I think it's cool that you can actually go through that whole thing. Lilac Cruise. Oh, looks like that one does actually take you on the Lilac Cruise. Frigate. More fair. Whatever these things are, I want these back in Metroid. I like these goblin boobs. I mean, they're just cool in Super Metroid, and they're just very alien and strange looking. Some Chozo statues. I don't think I ever, like, consciously processed those. Those are so far into the distance. So this just makes me want to play this. This is like Metroid 64. I like that there's even little doors here, too, that you could potentially... You could, like, see a Metroid world. Like, you could actually see Samus platforming, going from room to room. That's cool. Okay. Mushroomy Kingdom. Oh man, here it is. The year 1999 or 1990X. The Mushroom Kingdom is in turmoil. Only Mario can save the kingdom. And it's that epic Mario Brothers music. Goombas exploding into blood and guts and gore. Like really, what was the design philosophy here? Holy shit. This is so unlike anything Mario has has been in, even the pipes. I guess this was just the time. It was just 2000 something, right? It was like 2009 or 10. 2008? 2008, yeah. Just gritty Mario levels. A torch, a sconce, rather. Sakurai thought of it as SMB1 being abandoned since it was decades ago. It's cool. I mean, I liked it in 2008, and I like it now for its, like, its kitschy factor and how, like, different and weird it is. But it's just, yeah, when you look back at it, it's just kind of funny. With how stylized Mario has become. There's two versions of On It. The inciting incident. It's funny how Zelda 2 is actually more famous for Smash Melee than it is its own life. Hang on. Smash Zelda 2 Temple. And the music here, like, they really did a great job with the song for Melee. Many, many, many hours have I listened to this music. And this was a very famous and very popular map for me and my friends because of the fail cave. Just being able to retreat down here and just, like, you know, live a little bit longer until you're at 300% and yeah. Hyrule Fight Club. Yeah, we called it the fail cave, but that's also, yeah. It's not particularly Zelda 2. I mean, that kind of is. That looks more like the fucking White House, or like, what is it called? Whatever. But, yeah. The Pantheon, the Lincoln Monument, sure. I guess you don't really have a ton of stuff to draw from, but I always wanted to see a Zelda 2 map that had the Zelda 2 visuals. It does fit the palaces of Zelda 2. You know, you're right, you're right. Oh, God, why is the Brawl ones so... Like, the camera gets really sensitive. He was always just a shadow. It's like Home Alone. Interesting. They're just spears. I'm surprised they didn't, like, just stop. But they just keep going. They just keep going. It's like that in TP as well. And just an excuse to listen to this music. This is another example of something that looks better in-game than it does here. Like just some of the post-processing, the rain, yeah. Lighting. Oh, there's this much that's generated? Holy fuck. No wonder it was laggy. Yeah, Prime 2 is fucking awesome. I still see people that are like kind of down on it. And I'm like, man, did we play the same game? But yeah, no, this is a ton of map for you to explore. One more Prime 2. Just to, again, check out some of the music too. Weirdo creatures. Wasn't I playing this when they announced Prime 4? Or like a couple days before or something? I don't know. Something. I was playing this and then something Metroid got announced. It was Ridley and Smash. Someone's memory is better than mine for this shit. Okay. Who'd want to actually work here, though? Like, the fucking windows are shaped like stars. Huh. It looks good when you're, like, right here. Like, it actually does look pretty detailed. Lots of little clever tricks. Horrible commute. No, that's just the BQE. They throw shells and bananas at each other there, too. It's another course that I like. Just, like, sometimes when I play a Mario Kart game, I just like existing on the course. Because it's fun to look at. And this is one of them. It's so quaint by Mario Kart World standards now, but it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of neat. Little mushroom town for all the freaks, you know? Kind of reminds me of Paper Mario. And then over here is the bridge, the famous bridge. Lots of car accidents on that bridge. They don't close it. Oh yeah, I guess there is kind of a big city. This is got more of a city theme than I remembered. Mario Kart Cloud. Mario Circuit also got some city stuff. Mainly just pipes in the castle.
The princess has invited us. Oh, Luigi, it's happening again.
What, Mario? What's happening again?
I don't sound like myself, Luigi.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mario. This is how we sound all the time.
Look, it's Dinosaur Planet. Oh, I remember this. Man. You know, this game had really good graphics for its time. And the frame rates were, like, insane. But who knew that one decision that Miyamoto would make would lead to the end of Rare? I blame him. He's the reason. I'm joking, mostly. Ancient maps. What are ancient maps? I guess test maps. Early maps. Early Great Fox. What? This is the Great Fox? No. No? Oh, that's the Great Fox. So wait, what did that become? Why is there a temple here? I don't remember this game. I don't know why a temple is leading to the Great Fox. Huh. Let's have a look around, I guess. Whoa! The hell, Star Fox Adventures? Chat, these are Enterprise chairs. This is just from the Enterprise D. They stole that. Ah! Metroid Prime Hunters. You know, this is another, like, having replayed it a little bit recently, it's another really good looking game for its hardware. Like, it punches well above its weight. And I also like that the textures are kind of crispy. I like the crispy textures. Things feel very meticulously designed in this game. It's got like a nice, like, vibe to it. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 1's graphics a little bit. Just like texturally. Cool. Let's see what other. We got PlayStation 2. There's PC. I mean, chat, I could spend 2 hours, 3, 4 hours on this easily because there's just so many. I mean, I think there was Mario Odyssey last time. I don't know if it's been improved at all, but it's under the experimental category, and I think it's because of the lighting. So there's not really a ton here that you can do that looks particularly amazing, but wow. This is just like a horror version of Mario now. Horror indie game from Itch. Wait. Where's Skytown? That's what I want to see. So, Prime 3 is also in experimental. World of Warcraft. I'm actually going to go into World of Warcraft because I haven't seen some of those things in 20 years. Okay. This was a very cool area in Prime 3. Did they put stickers on Samus's ship? Like, whatever these are, they're just cool. I just like these things. Prime 3 is an interesting game. Like I said, I kind of want to revisit it at some point with Prime Hack. Do plus for XP. I have no idea what this is. But this looks like something you would see in 1994 to promote an SGI workstation. Of course, it has to have liquid metal dripping to show you how cool it is. This just looks like a, yeah, like a, what are they called? Not tech demo. Fucking... What are those things I showed on stream? Benchmarks. Yeah, like benchmarks. Number 4, the jabroni device. All of your bones will be separated from your body due to terminal velocity. I don't know what it is, but it's cool, whatever it is. I'm going to World of Warcraft. Kind of want to... I want to see what these maps look like. I'm not going to spend too much time in World of Warcraft, and I'm just going to selfishly go to the areas that I remember. If they load. Let me refresh just in case. Nothing recaptured the magic of just being here for the first time. No MMO, no other game that I played. Hogger raids. Just hanging out at Goldshire Inn right over here. Being like a level 5 and being like, I'm powerful. Because I hit level 5. didn't even matter. I didn't care. I just was happy to explore and look around at cool stuff. And that's what World of Warcraft was mostly for me. Also, holy shit. Oh, this is where the scarecrows were, right? Even this was pretty cool, too. But also, I played a ton of Warcraft 3. So, getting to, like, be inside of a Warcraft like this and, like, up close to, like, the sawmills and the castles and shit was a very cool experience. And no expansion or no dungeon and grinding and bosses could actually top that experience of just, like, exploring the world for the first time. Do you think MMOs will ever be good again? I'm not the right person to ask. I'm really, really not. Because I don't play MMOs. This was an exception. And, I don't know. I mean, I could see one coming along. Chat, I was also at the right time in my life for a game like this. And now at 40, I am way less inclined to want to jump into an MMO. So I don't have a good answer. I would love to see something less number-based. I don't know what that means exactly, but more focused on exploration and uncovering, like, world mysteries. I don't know, maybe there's some way, but, letter-based. Where the winds meet. You don't want an MMO then? Yeah, maybe. This was another place I really liked. Just hanging out by the river, and, like, I still remember, like, I had a group of friends that out-leveled me, because they always do. Everyone always out-levels me in every video game I play. But I think this was the last time we were at the same level, and we felt like possibilities were endless. Just hanging out here. The world was still ahead. There was so much World of Warcraft yet to explore. And then they went and leveled too much. And as a result of this game, my college grades were shit, and it went real bad. So I had to stop playing so I could actually not waste money in college. Yeah. And then you got an English degree. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it was less about the English and more about the piece of paper, sadly. That was enough to get me some jobs, but it was... If it seemed pointless now to go to college for a lot of people, it was also as much in, like, 2007 when I graduated, or 2008, whenever it was. But I had fun, and again, this is very nostalgic for me, whatever that's worth. Just to explore a little bit of this stuff. There's one other place too. Was it Ironforge? That was the other place that most people spent a ton of time. Stormwind Castle, of course, too. But no, this was the place where most of the time was spent idling. Okay, yeah, no, this is fucking nuts. I haven't been here in almost 20 years. Holy shit. And again, just running around in circles. Just running around in circles, just looking at stuff, talking to people, waiting for something to happen. God. And again, I remember that more than I remember fighting whatever fuckface boss that would drop a legendary piece of armor that I didn't get. At the end of the day, those numbers are worth nothing, but the experiences that you had and the friendships you made along the way. It's kind of true, though. It is kind of true. I remember just having a good time, just hanging out. So, here too, yeah. Just again, and like visually it's kind of primitive, but it seemed very vast at the time. Like especially when you go outside. Like even getting here was an accomplishment. I remember I had to like run my ass here and like avoid dying. And finally getting here felt like a fucking crazy thing that I had accomplished. Oh, this area too. Florida. What other place was there? There was, for some dumbass reason, I was a night elf warrior at first. What's the name of that place, chat? I want to take a look at that real quick. Teldesil. That sounds like a thing you put on a rash. Teldesil. I'm looking for it. Darnassus. Teldesil. Teldrassil. Oh, it's Teldrassil. Yeah. Teldrassil. This was also kind of cool. There was... What was the other cool place here? It was like on the shores. What was that place, chat? Zoom way out. There's quite a bit of fog. Darkshore, yeah. Is that connected? Darkshore was a place I spent a lot of time, and that was another cool, enjoyable place. Head southwest if there's a compass. It's connected by boat. Let's see if it's as cool as I remember. And there's also like this thing where like they did classic WoW and people play classic vanilla servers, and that's really great and everything, and I was tempted for a moment, but again, it's just a new thing that is done so well compared to previous stuff. And being that age and this game like kind of releasing at the time it did, I don't think it's a thing you can recapture. If you can enjoy something like that, that's great. But just going through here and remembering some of the quests and everything, this was a hell of an experience, and I'll always be grateful for it, but it also killed MMOs for me. First and last. But that's also, there's other reasons too. There's time constraints. There's just my own, like, I like to play games for a little while, but not forever. Forever games aren't really my thing. But, well, yeah. No, that is WoW. Crazy. Not that I need to check any of these maps out, because I just spend forever on them anyway. But, what the fuck? The fuck? Whose map is this? That was a dev test map. Look, everyone, it's 2 Fort. Oh, it was like massively broken. As much as I like TF2's 2 Fort, it was the TFC 2 Fort that I played the most of. They went and just put a little farmhouse all the way out in the distance like that, huh? This is laggy as fuck. Huh. Oh yeah, I guess that is down there. That's crazy that that's all just there. And yeah, the original Team Fortress Classic 2 Fort, not original, that's the TF1, but the TFC one is just like so much less detailed than this. Here's another game that I've clipped around so many times that I can't even really... I can't even see the point of me, like, checking out the maps here. I just know a lot of this stuff really well. And it's not that difficult to clip. So, but again, it's nice to have this just in case you're, like, studying how to make levels. Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. The coast. Why is Half-Life also here under experimental? Hey, Gordon, about that beer I owe you. No Barney remains, only a flashlight. Also, here's the thing that you'll notice and never be able to unnotice. This door is raised from the wall. And they fixed that in a couple versions, I think. Like, I think the PS2 version? It's one of the few doors like this, from what I understand. If one of the only. So it's not really supposed to be that. Boot camp map from multiplayer. Have you seen the Half-Life subreddit recently? It's quite something. I can imagine they are losing their goddamn minds, their hope, the optimism from their souls. I can imagine they're doing bizarre conspiracy theories and rituals and sacrificing various objects. Is that what's happening? They're doing ritual sacrifices unironically. Ah, man. The internet has done wondrous things. I say that, but I'm thinking also, yeah, we probably did quite a few of those before the internet as well. But mainly for things like rain and food, and not Half-Life 3. But I get it. I've done 3 sacrifices just this morning. So Mario Kart 8 is also here, under experimental. We're up in these streets. Man, it really goes to show you how important the post-processing is with the proper lighting and skyboxes and just everything. Because, boy, this looks bland. But when you play the game, it's a Wii U game that still looks really good. Oh, there it is. Trying to think of what map would have the most amount of cool stuff to look at. There's also all the DLC tracks, which some of the DLC from Mario Kart 8, when they did that like extra wave a couple years back, some of those levels didn't look that great. Did he do Wind Waker yet? I did Wind Waker 6 years ago, if that counts. We could take a quick look at some of the Wind Waker. I mean, this is just me reminiscing at this point. This is a tool that anyone can use. It just seemed like something fun to do, because it was recommended, and I'm like, I did that already. And then I saw how many things they added. I was like, okay, I should probably play this again. Sonic Colors, Psychonauts is here. San Andreas. Why is it taking so long to load the sex shop? Chat, no. No, that's in the game? Oh, man. Filthy chicks. Oh! It's probably fine. This is a game that came out 20-something years ago. It's probably fine. I mean, people still stream GTA San Andreas. This is insane that it would... You know what I mean? Like, of course this is okay.
Hey, Uncle June, I'm gonna head down to the Bada Bing. You want anything? Yeah, Tone, pick me up a pussy. Alright, I'll get him. Hey, Tone, how you doing? Hey, Puss. Paulie wanted you.
I'm assuming we can't actually go to San Andreas, like, all of it. There's just interiors. Same for Vice City. Just interiors. I think GTA 3 on PS2 might have all of Liberty City. Vinny, top of the list. Okay, Jesus Christ, I'll go check it out. The entire city runs better than the Metroid Prime 3 maps. This is another game, though. GTA 3 was huge for me. This was another game I just would drive around. I stopped doing the story and I would just, like, surf on the cars and just drive around and look at stuff. And try to find, like, where there was some kind of parallel between New York, for real.
Yeah.
And Liberty City. And, you know, some of them. Staunton Island, however, was not at all like Staten Island. And that was the biggest lie. You were going to say Subway Surf on cars, weren't you? Yes, I was. Yeah, between this and, like, I can point out Flatiron. There's some moments, like Pilotwings 64 was one of them, World of Warcraft was another, this was another one. Of just... like, how could games get any bigger and better than this? It's impossible. And then, of course, they did. Now they're too big. Well, the chat's saying they never did, but maybe not better, but they got bigger, and I guess that's subjective too, but now I'm just kind of... when there's, like, too much of an open world, I get, like, agita. Like, I start feeling, like, the bile rise. This is another... This, by the way, is working and running in a browser. All of San Andreas. But this is also when they remastered, when Grove Street Games remastered the legendary Grove Street Games, when they had the... Oh, hang on a minute. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. When they did the remasters, you could see way too far into the distance, and part of the original's charm was the, you know, the LOD and the filtering. The fog, to a degree, and, like, just not being able to see everything, because in real life, you can't see everything. There's, you know, atmosphere. I didn't play much of San Andreas, because I think I played a little bit of a Friends. I played some when it came out, that version of it with the broken fingers. I played a lot of GTA 3, I played some of Vice City, and I played even less San Andreas, which is, to my shame. I played a lot of GTA 4 though. And I'm going to tell you something, I had no idea Las Vegas was in this game. So, Excalibur? This is just the Excalibur. Like, almost exactly. Wow. And the Luxor, or as I like to call it, the Suxor. Not only is this also really accurate, but they are right next to each other in real life, and they're actually connected to each other via a mall. But yeah, they just lifted these things and just put them in here, huh? And then I think, so it's Excalibur, it's Luxor, I think Mandalay Bay was one of the other ones, I think. The other one that was next to it. 4 dragons, I don't know if that's supposed to be anything. This is cool, just exploring fake Vegas now. Royal Casino. Caligula's Casino. Caesars. Is this? Yeah, it is. It's, what the hell? Pirates in Men's Pants. Treasure Island. Again, they just stole the design. They just lifted it. That's exactly what this thing looks like. It's really funny. This looks familiar too, but I don't know specifically what that is. I'm not quite a Vegas expert, even though it is a fascinating city. It's still the Caesars. The Clown's Pocket Casino. So, Circus, which I didn't go to because I didn't want to get sick from the asbestos. The Mirage, well, the Visage, including the fake volcano, which was torn down. The Mirage, I think, is also, if not gone, is on its way out. I think it's gone and they're replacing it with a Hard Rock. It's gone, yeah. No New York, though. I guess they could call it Liberty. Liberty, fuck. Starfish Casino. I guess this is supposed to be Old Vegas, like by Fremont Street now, maybe? Even though that's a little further up. Past the Zach Baggins Museum, of course, for ghostly artifacts. Yeah, there's the cowboy. It's Fremont Street, basically. Bingo! Is this where you get sprunk? They did a really good job for PS2. And just stealing the looks of various casinos in Vegas. I don't know shit about Los Angeles or San Francisco or anything like that, but now I'm a Vegas expert, as I said I wasn't a moment ago. Where's the sphere? They didn't predict sphere, chat. I'm sorry. They get really upset if you call it the sphere. It's just sphere. But man, this fucking map is huge. I don't know why I didn't end up buying this game. I couldn't tell you. Vice City, I bought a used copy, and guess what? It was fucking broken, and I didn't realize that until like 10 hours into the game, and shit wasn't working properly. It was like a bad disc. Is this Area 69? I think it is. Genuinely, what a massive fucking game this is. We didn't even explore Grove Street. Let's see, like I said, I don't have that much experience playing this game, but I think I could find Grove Street. Might be able to, chat. If you just give me a minute. Let's see. Alright. I'm looking. Wouldn't be there. It's not there. No, I'm a fake gamer. Confirmed. I know it's a cul-de-sac. I just don't know where specifically it is. Northeast Los Santos? Sprunk. Someone said I passed it. Oh. Fiddlesticks. Near the stadium. Oh, Gordon, I can't find this fucking shit. Near the stadium, you say? I know where it is. Chat. No, I got it. It is by the stadium. It's where's the stadium? Spotted it 3 times? Chat, I'm not even looking for it. Like, I'm not even fucking looking for this. I'm just hanging out. I'm just looking at other things, random stuff. I'm just looking at stuff. Yeah. I don't know why. I just didn't expect it to be so close to the water. Okay, let's check out a couple more. Oh, just a couple more. There's another map I've spent way too much time no clipping out of, so I'm not really going to get very much from this. But you know what map I really liked that probably wasn't a great map, and then they didn't include it in CSGO for a while? It was Militia. I don't know why, I just always really liked this map. From CS 1.6 to this. And then I think they did a version of it later. Why didn't they put Militia in CSGO? What took them so long? They want maps that make you kill each other faster. They hate hostage maps. God damn it. Also Portal 2. These look pretty good. See, this actually has some post-processing. It's got some dynamic shadows even. Damn. Wow. Nice. Dark Souls and Dark Souls collision data. I know I did Dark Souls 6 years ago because I watched the video. Just running in a browser. Just running in a browser. All of that. That's neat.
Bowser.
And then Fez is here for some reason, which I've never played, but I'm just curious to see what this looks like. It's exactly as I expected. Yep, I mean, you rotate anyway. The only Xbox games are SpongeBob. Cousin. Huh. Okay, this one, I think this is going to be a huge one. No, not really. But it's cool. There's a lot of details. All the Katamari things are here, present and accounted for. Someone wanted Halo. You know what? I will do that. I just noticed Elebits, which is a really underrated Wii game. Strange. And also, I wish the controls were better. It was like first person, you know, like Wiimote pointing, but it just is a little clunky. But I had this game. I did stream it many, many, many years ago. I don't know if any of that still exists. Probably not, but it was something that I don't think I would want to go back to it, but I did enjoy it for the time. You just collect a bunch of little fellas in a house. Just one of those, like, weird experimental games that ended up kind of, for me at least, working. Halo PC. This is definitely home for some people. I haven't played as much Halo as I would have liked, but this was a fun map. Vinny, you mentioned on the Time Splitter stream that Halo was a game you missed out on, regretted by. Why did you miss it? Was it just console exclusivity? I didn't have infinite money to buy an Xbox as well as a PlayStation 2, so I had to make a decision, and I bought a PS2. And I think one of the reasons I did that was Metal Gear Solid 2. So, I chose PS2, and I can even tell you some of the games I ended up getting for it. It was, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, GTA 3, Time Splitters, Twisted Metal Black, DMC3. So, like, stuff like that was why I ended up picking PS2, but I think I would have had more fun with Halo just because it seemed... The main reason I didn't get it was there were no fucking bots in multiplayer, which is really stupid, but, you know, I was playing a lot of co-op, and this was like an amazing co-op game, but like 1v1 gets boring after a while, and I didn't know anyone else that had an Xbox for a while, so hooking up consoles didn't seem like something I really knew how to do. So yeah, I missed out on Halo. Played it later, and then when I got a 360, I played a ton of Halo 3 and ODST. Like, a lot. Gotta be careful. This will make me want to play Diddy Kong Racing again. It was cool though when I played Nostalgia 64, the Banjo-Kazooie ROM hack, and you could actually like play the levels from this. It's also secretly the best Christmas game that has nothing to do with Christmas. There's another one. I like this level because of this. This is just cool. This sounds like Christmas music to me, but I guess throw some sleigh bells and you got a Christmas song. This was the area you could play in Nostalgia 64, which is a very highly recommended ROM hack, by the way. What's, let's see, Witchy World is something. I actually thought this was in Banjo-Kazooie 1 for a long time, and it wasn't. My memories were betraying me. What is the biggest level in Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, chat? I do like Witchy World. Witchy World's good. Pterodactyl Land. Oh, yeah. Is this the one with the penis? Instantly knew about this one. Yeah. Yeah, no, this level is fucking massive. I think I got to this level and this might have been where I gave up. Oh well. The snow level? Which one's the snow level? Oh, Cloud Cuckoo Land? Hailfire Peaks. Icy Side. What is this thing? No! I'm fascinated by this thing, chat. The animation is so smooth. Is this your way of foreshadowing a 2E stream? You know it's not. You know it's not. Alright, well, I could really just continue, but, man, we gotta get to some other stuff tonight. Beetle Adventure Racing, Mario Kart DS even. New Super Mario Bros. DS. I could do a whole other part to this. Some of these I did do last time, like I said. I promised I would do Wind Waker, so... Here it is, everybody. The Great Sea. All of it. just wish this ran a little bit better. Down to the NPCs. All loaded in, all lagging the browser. I think the interiors are separate, and I'm pretty sure I found Tingle last time I did this, because when I was skipping around the video, I found there was a scene where Tingle was there. But I guess there is also Tingle Island we could just go to. Where the fuck is Tingle Island from here? I'll find him. I wonder if they're actually fully loaded in. Like, everything. Because in the game, they just become, like, JPEGs. Well, some stuff isn't fully loaded in. It's amazing how smooth San Andreas was, though, but... well, this is GameCube, but still. Well, no, that doesn't make sense, because PS2, GameCube, there's parity there, generally. Alright, we're gonna find Tingle's tower, so we can give him the Tingler. Okay, chat. Which one of these is Tingle's Island? Where's his torture tower? Past it. That's not it. I'm looking for a Tingle head. And I can't find it. I'm looking. So there's Windfall. So it's southwest of Windfall. So that would be like here. Right? Bit more to the left. Southwest facing this, isn't this tower pretty tall? South from here. Left. Go left. Okay, okay. I can't believe, like, there's time of day, there's weather, the clouds and shit. It's really, really well done. But I can't find Tingler's tower. It was there. What? This supports VR? Oh, that's cool. Oh! No wonder. It's not that tall, and his head isn't loaded in. In fact, it's quite glitchy. Alright, well there you go. That was noclip.website. I could see myself doing another segment on this because there's so many more games I haven't played or checked out. I would also consider the VR version. There are supposed to be different colors of Tingle, and there's also one guy named Louis or something. There's Tingle, Bingle, Skringle, and Lewis Dave. Yeah, David Jr. That's it. Well, thank you, chat. Again, I know this is something basically anyone can do, but I got very into that. I was going to stop after an hour and 10 minutes, and I went an hour 50 almost, so it's pretty cool. So many things one can learn about games and revisit cool moments from, you know what, chat? There was always a part of me that was I want to revisit World of Warcraft and just go check out those places that I went to that I liked when I was first playing it. And now I don't feel like I need to. So I'm good.